Hi everyone. I didn't realize it was recording already. I thought I had a couple more minutes. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a great week? A special week? A wonderful week? Um, it's February, so it's still kind of terrible around here. Um, it could be worse. I could have like a dead relative or something. Uh, Great, now I will, because I brought it up. Let's see, but I don't know. It's 8 o'clock and it is Tuesday, February 26th, 2013. And I'm recording from Cincinnati, Ohio. Um, so, what's new with all of you? Anything good? Anything exciting? Please come talk about it on my forum, on Rivalry. Come join in the fun and festivities. Actually, it's pretty dead. And if you watch my show, you should come on in and, talk about whatever. I'm not one of those strict mods who's like, you can only talk about this. Just come chit chat, tell me about your day, what you're knitting, those kinds of things. I'm interested in you, so share with me. Tell me what's going on. And actually, while I'm knitting, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna do my nails while I'm talking to all of you because I got some new nail polish today, and I'm kind of like really excited about it. If I can't get this top part off, though, forget it. Oh, forget it. Forget it. But I've been waiting to get this nail polish for a long time. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's black and it has glitter in it, and it is. Let's see if it says it on the back so you guys can see. Does it say it on the bottom? Yeah, it does. Hold on. Okay. It's the Black Knight. But it's black, it's got glitter, and I got it for $1 on Amazon. Because if you're an Amazon Prime member, you probably already know how this game goes. In my area, a lot of the times when Amazon mails me something, they will mail it or send it through UPS. They can even send it through the post office and it gets here within 2 days, no problem. But sometimes they decide that they are going to use a different delivery company. And around here it is called Prestige. And whenever Prestige is tasked with delivering something to my house, they totally screw up. They will not even come and drop it off at the door. They throw it on my porch. So on Friday, I was expecting to get a lot of important things actually to use for my business that I wanted to have ready to go on Saturday morning for when I was mailing stuff out. And they have until 8 o'clock on Friday to be able to deliver things to me. And they were not delivering. So at 8:05 I got on Amazon and I started complaining because it's hurting their reputation using these people. It's hurting my reputation if I can't get things delivered in time and on time. So they tried to coddle me with a $10, I don't know what you call it, gift certificate reimbursement. So I bought nail polish. Also, I am really annoyed because that spinning book that just came out that everybody loves is supposed to be coming out on the Kindle, and they keep pushing the date back. I just got to notice that they are pushing it back until March 7th now. That's really annoying. I wish more publishers would get with the times and just print things electronically. I did buy Alana Dacos's Botanical Knits. I did the pre-order so that I guess the book's coming to me in May, but I already have the ebook, so I'm pretty happy about that. I've looked through it a few times already. Let's see, today is a Tuesday, so it is a random acts of pattern day, and mine weren't quite so random today, but they were acted with patterns on a Tuesday. Oh, let's see, Nerd Wars. I have completed one item. This is my blue plate special. For one of the Nerd Wars challenges, you have to decide who from a different place in nerdery you would want to have a meal with, and then you still have to tie that meal back into your own group that you're playing for. Since I play for team, that's what she said. Mine can relate to any comedies that have aired on NBC. And so for my nerdery, I picked Peregrine Took, and I would have second breakfast with him. I picked Peregrine Took, son of a Took, because he's the funny one. I like funny people. They entertain me. And of course, we would have second breakfast. And with second breakfast, I can also tie that back to Parks and Recreation with Ron Swanson saying, "Give me all the bacon and all the eggs." So these are my eggs, and then I've got my bacon right here. The eggs are a fried egg pattern from Anna Horovich. I think that's how you pronounce it. But if you look up fried eggs on Ravelry, there's plenty of patterns. But this is just mochi mochi. Mochi mochi small. I got my first Donaghy on Bourbon Street finished. And I've still... Man, it's Tuesday. Is that stuff due tomorrow? Oh. And this is as far as I've gotten on the other one. I'm working on it. I'm trying. But things have been getting in the way. Quickly for enabling, I bought some stitch markers from the lovely Call Shirley of Girlfriends Knitting. If you're not watching her, you should watch her. She's very sweet. And she has really cute stitch markers. And so I got this one. Here, let me put my hand behind it. That's not really working at all, is it? Anyway, it's green and it's got gold filigree. And it's really pretty. I really like it. And then I got these. These are all pretty different. Okay, I can only hold up 3 at a time. But I like that the rings are actually star-shaped. I think that's very cool. And then pretty little rocks. I don't know what they are. I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, I like these. And I bought them. And in other acquisitions, I now have a top whirl spindle because there was one on sale at Highland Handmaids. Hello, Miss Heather. See, I love you. And I also bought some fiber from Heather. This is called Corriedale Cross. Corriedale. And the colorway is Sunken Treasure. And it's very gold and navy blue and a tiny bit of white here and there. But I like it. I like the way the colors are together. Kind of reminds me of like when I would go down to Annapolis and see all the middies. Actually, my best friend, her boyfriend was actually in the Naval Academy. And so we would drive down and walk around and see if we could see him in any of his classes. That's one of the benefits of living so close to Annapolis. Uh, if you have a boyfriend in the Naval Academy, you can stalk him. Um, Another thing you can do is house the middies. When it when they have weekends and things like that, sometimes they don't want to be particularly hanging out at the academy, and families will host the middies to come, and they've got a spare room and they can get a home cooked meal and things like that. So if I ever move back to Maryland, I'm hosting a middie because I think that is so cute. Um, but we were kind of terrible as girls because we would go down to the Naval Academy, and if it was a nice sunny day, we would wear bikini tops and then take off our shirts and then walk around the campus with just bikini tops and short shorts. And you could see the guys starting to stare out the window and stuff, which, okay, no big deal. But every once in a while, there would be a professor, and we could see what was going on, but the guy staring out the window, of course, could not see what was going on. And they would just come up right behind him and then flap, get him, hit the desk with a giant roller. It was hilarious, and I guess it was terrifying for them, but it was really funny for us. So that's my little Naval Academy story of the day. But yes, these colors definitely remind me of hanging with middies. Friday nights in downtown Annapolis, always a good time. Um, all right, what else? I breezed through all of that. All right, I talked about Nerd Wars and Happy Purim. Everybody who celebrates Purim, I celebrated by having a feast on Saturday from a barbecue place. I did not have the pulled pork, I had the pulled chicken. So we celebrated that, and I love that the Oscars fell on Sunday of this year, the day after Purim ends, because it reminds me of one of my most favorite movies called For Your Consideration. And in For Your Consideration, it's a ragtag group of people who are trying to get their careers back into the spotlight and things like that, and they are participating and acting in a movie that's called A Home for Purim. And it's ridiculous. It's a funny movie. It's a Christopher Guest movie, so if you've seen like Best in Show or This is Spinal Tap, you can kind of already get a feel for those kinds of things. A Mighty Wind. I love all of his movies. Let's see. So I watched a little bit of the Academy Awards, but not a whole lot. I'll get into that later. Let's see. Yes, for March for Fat Fiber, I am not sending out yarn. I will be sending out a pattern instead. I had 3 wonderful people do test knitting for me with my own yarn that I mailed to them, and they made wonderful, beautiful cowls, and they turned out perfectly, and they're letting me use their their pictures that they took, so that I'll have those to show in the pattern. So eventually, the pattern's going to be out there. Not this week. Maybe not until the end of next week. I've got a lot going on. Let's see. Don't forget to send snuggles to Katie, JetGirl1313. Post them in her group if you've been knitting snuggles and don't know where to put them. Give them to Katie, because she has a giveaway from me. if you knit Snuggles for Katie, then you have a chance to win any skein of yarn that's in my shop. That's how that's going to go. And knitting for Sadie means that I've shown it a few times. I don't have it right in front of me, and I don't feel like getting him to go grab it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a very nice dark midnight blue color. So if you knit Snuggle for Sadie, you get a chance to win that yarn. If you participate in donating money to Lemknit Crochet in her fundraising activity in memoriam for her friend Josh, you will win a skein of my It's Glitz yarn, which is in the Katniss colorway. It is orangey, yellow, red, and then it has a tiny bit of pink. And that's just to represent when she went out in her gown, the girl who was on fire. They were making her up to be somebody that she didn't want to be. But she still went through with it so that she could earn tributes. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. Free Pattern Friday. Actually, this Friday, I might not update it until late in the evening. I'll get to that in a minute. What else? I'm definitely registered now to go to Rochester, Minnesota in June for the Zombie Knitpocalypse. If you're interested in going, there are still rooms and things like that. You will not be rooming with me because I have a bed all to myself in the room that I will be in. It's a room only for me, and that is for your safety. It's because I'm not a morning person, I'm a night person, and even as a night person, I have a lot of quirks, and nobody needs to be exposed to those kinds of things. It's much more polite to keep that where it is. Black History Month, I was going to have something prepared, and I don't. Let me just say, if you grew up in Maryland, you should know everything about Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Duke Ellington, at the very least. Oh, and then there's, oh man, what's her name? I can't remember. But it's oh man. I'll have to put it in the show notes. But it's a really great book about a woman who has cancer and donates her genetic material to be able to help other people. I can't remember what it was. But she was an African American woman, and she's helped a lot of people live due to her generous donation. I can't remember it, and it's going to make me crazy. But I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to try to keep this short. Because okay. I dyed 50 skeins of yarn, and they will be going out to members of a certain retreat. Some of you who are watching, I know, are attending the retreat, and I'm not going to tell you which retreat it is. You're just going to have to find out for yourselves. It will be a surprise to show up at a retreat and get an entire skein of yarn from me. And I still have to write the ad up for that. Okay. What else? I will most likely not be doing a show on Tuesday next week because I will be enjoying my Christmas present that my firstborn son gave me. And he gave it to me not with money that his dad gave to him or that my husband gave to him. He gave me this gift with his own money. That's the first time something like this has happened for me, and it's very exciting. So we have a trip planned, and it's going to be a heck of a trip. Heck of a trip. So I may record on Thursday of next week because I will definitely be gone all day Tuesday and Wednesday. Or maybe I'll record like Sunday or Monday night. I don't know. I've got to be up early Tuesday morning, and we'll be gone all day Tuesday and Wednesday. By Thursday, I might just be totally wrecked. So maybe I'll just do like a short one Sunday or Monday during the day. Okay, so that's that. Snuggles to Katie, Free Pattern Friday. I hope on Free Pattern Friday last week you went and read all of my information I was giving out, because you could get a free class on Craftsy. And in addition to that free class, if you are brand new to Craftsy, then you could do things to get 10 points. And after you got those 10 points, you would wind up getting another free class. And it's not just knitting. There's crochet, there's quilting, there's learning how to make frosting and pizza. Some of the classes are ridiculous. I watched the one on how to decorate a cake with buttercream frosting last night, and I smell natural gas. We don't have gas. It's all electric. Maybe there's something dead in my vents. Ugh. It does not smell good. But anyway, this dude was putting his hands all over the cake for 2 hours. That was before he even got to the frosting and putting the frosting on. He was constantly touching this cake, and it was grossing me out. And then he put gum paste on top of the frosting. He drew on the frosting with a Sharpie. My professional opinion is that the cake is going to taste terrible and taste like ass pennies. And if you don't know what ass pennies are, you need to go watch Mallrats. Okay, so I've talked about everything except my store is open again. If you follow me on Plurk or Ravelry or Facebook, you might be aware that on Sunday night I was in the emergency room. I have endometriosis, and it's really bad, and it's really painful, and it was so painful on Sunday that I felt that I needed to go to the emergency room, and so we did. And I thought, okay, this is so bad, this is so painful, they're going to wind up doing surgery on me. But instead, I was sent home after about 6 hours of being there. It's very frustrating to be a woman and have endometriosis in the first place. And I went to one of the better hospitals around here. It's one where the pores aren't accepted. They're sent over to another hospital if they show up there. But instead of doing an ultrasound with a wand, if you know what I'm talking about, they did a CAT scan. And they didn't see anything. And I just have to call BS on that, because I still have the pain. I still feel it. It still hurts. Basically, they gave me some Dialydid. Is that what you call it? They gave me anti-nausea medication and then the Dialydid, and then they had me sign papers. So who knows what I signed? I'm just gonna deny I signed any of it at this point. But also, you know, Wendy and Sheila of Knit One Heart Two. Wait, you can't even see it. Wait. Alright, look at that. That is where they put the needle in. The nurse put the needle in on top of my elbow, not on the inside, but on the top. And it's completely bruised, it's completely puffed up. And she was like, "Where do you want me to put it?" And I was like, "As long as it's not on my hands or on my wrist, I don't mind if you want to put it, you know." I figured, hey, she's just going to do it on the inside of my elbow, and then we'll just go on with our lives. But no, she put it on the outside of my arm, which, that was a first. I also asked if they had a numbing agent, and they didn't, which I think is so backwards because, yes, this is 2013, 20 years ago, at Johns Hopkins, they had a numbing agent. I would think that medical technology in Cincinnati would have decided to keep up with that kind of thing and do that. But no, they don't. And when I had my broken foot, I really wanted a numbing agent. And that was at a different hospital, and they didn't. And I was just scared out of my wits. It was literally a needle like 2 feet long that they were going to just shove into my foot. Ugh. Tried not to cry. I still cried. But I didn't scream because I didn't want to scare the other patients. But man, it hurt. Man, did it hurt. Okay, oh. I've got something else, but I'll actually show it next week. It's in coordination with the Stockinette Zombies knit along shawl that people are doing. I dyed up 5 sets of kits. One is a Stockinette Zombies green and one is a pink. And if you're doing sort of a knitter's shawl knit along, you would have enough yarn for the shawl, for his yarn requirements, because my yarn is 490 yards. And I guess I'll put those in, I don't know, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I got home from the hospital and they gave me Percocet, and so I've been taking that and I'm kind of out of it. And I guess that's it for now. I hope all of you have a safe and happy and healthy week, and that everything you knit is fabulous and wonderful, and I'll either see you on next Monday or next Thursday. Who knows? By next Thursday, I still might not be able to talk. But anyway, have a wonderful, 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 terrific, fabulous week. And I'll see you sometime next week. Bye.